Good day, sir. Good day, classmates. My name is Cabalhin, and today I'm going to do my return demonstration for semifinals under second mate Erwin Negapatan with his subject Terrestrial and Coastal Navigation and with the title General Features and Nautical Charts and Tides. So during my presentation, I have two objectives, and that is to identify general features and nautical charts, symbols, and abbreviation, and second is to identify tides by self-reflection and self-understanding. So, introduction. Symbols and abbreviations used in Admiralty paper chart. So, chart 5011. So, chart 5011, these publications tells us every symbol and abbreviations means on a chart. So, it can be purchased as a book or app. And it is compiled by the UKHO or the United Kingdom Hydrographic Office. We have here some set of examples of the symbols and abbreviations on a nautical chart. So, on generals, that is composed of two letters, general A and B. And you can see there the chart number, title, marginal notes, positions, distances, directions, and compass. Second, composed of C to G, the topography. Topography is meaning above the surface. So you can see there natural features, cultural features, landmarks, ports, and topographic terms. And next, hydrography. That is from H to O, meaning below the surface. So we have tides, currents, depths, natural of the seabed, rocks, wrecks, obstructions, offshore installations, tracts, routes, areas, limits, hydrographic terms. And lastly, we have the aids and services. This is for help the mariner. This is from P to U. Lights, buoys, beacons, fog signals, radar, radio, electronic position fixing system, services, and small craft facilities. So here we have our chart pictures and its titles. So chart number 1, section and titles. In the upper right, we can see the hydrographic sources, and below we have our chart title followed by projector and scale and the note. In the bottom part, we have our inset. In our bottom left, we have our source data diagram and our cautionary notes. So here I have some examples of symbols and abbreviations that is stated or that is being shown on a chart. So for example, is number 2. If you see a symbol like this, it looks like a 3 whirlpool. That means a this. And for example, number 4, there is a symbol which shows a anchor, meaning anchorage. And this example number 13, it looks like a fish that has been caged, and that means marine farm. So don't worry, because all of these symbols can be seen on the 5011 chart. So no need to really to memorize, only to familiarize the different symbols that is shown in our chart. So here is I am going to discuss about the chart abbreviations. So for example, alt RWG. So alt meaning altering, and the RWG means is the first letter of the different colors. That is R for red, W for white, and G for green. And F dot means fixed, FL means flashing, GPFL 2, that means group flashing, OCC meaning occulting, GPOCC group occulting, QK.FL quick flashing, and V.UK.FL very quick flashing. ISO means isophase, and MO or MO stands for Morse. So example of a complete abbreviation. So we have there FL3 RWG, this one here, the upper right, the one that has been encircled by a red color. So FL3 RWG 15S 21M 15 to 11M. So first is the FL3. So meaning of FL3 is a group flashing repeating a group of 3 flashes. That is the class of light. Second, next the RWG, the first letter of the different colors. So it shows white, red, green exhibiting the different colors in the different sectors. Now what is the period of time for this? The time taken to exhibit one full sequence of 3 flashes and eclipses is 15 seconds. 21 meter indicates elevation of the light, or the 21M, and the 15 to 11M that indicates our nominal range. 15 meters for white, 11 meters for green, and for red, it is between 15 and 11 meters. So, self-reflection and understanding. Along the way of gaining knowledge from Sir Wayne, what I have learned is that, for this one, the first, there are 2 types of tides. So, we all know that it is high tide and low tide. So, when we say high tide, of course, taas ang tubig, sea level. And for low tide, the sea level is low. And next, in a day, there are 2 low tides and there are 2 high tides. So, in our vernacular language, sa usa daw ka adlaw, kaduha mo hunas o kaduha pud mo taog. But there are some parts on the world like the Southeast Asia, there are specific places there, and on the part of Mexico, they only experience 1 low tide and 1 high tide. And number 3 of realization and understanding along the lecture answer, it doesn't mean that if it is high tide on your place, it is high tide all over the world. So, I would like vernacular language. So, dili debut pasabot nga taog sa kaning lugar, taog pod ang tibuok kalibutan. So, mo ni siya. For example, sa Philippines, where kaning lugar mag-experience og hubas. So, ang kuan pud nga lugar, maka-experience pod ka ng taog. And last understanding is high tide and low tide occurs due to the gravitational force by the moon. So before, when I was a kid, I was questioning also myself on where does this high tide coming from and where does the water go when it is low tide in our place. I'll explain. For example, this is the Earth, and if the moon is here, the moon has a gravitational force and it pulls our ocean to this part of the Earth. So on this part, it experiences low tide, and on this part, it experiences high tide. So when the moon also alters, then of course the sea level also alters. So this side again will experience low tide, and this side again will experience high tide. So the question is, what will be the experience of the place on the middle? For example, this is the Earth here. So this place will experience low tide. So that is according to Sir and the knowledge that I have acquired. So thank you and God bless.